What's up, everybody? It's yo man, Eddie from EM Performance. Hope you guys are having a great day. Sorry I've been a little bit missing in action with live, but we've got a big project going on that I wanted to share a little bit with you. We've got the strawberry coupe in and apart. We're doing an HP Performance turbo kit, and we're going to stick with the stock bottom end because it's a low mileage block. And we're gonna build the top end. We're gonna do GT40 heads. We have Cobra rockers, crane cam rockers, bigger injectors, GT40 upper and lower intake. We're gonna do a Professionals product 70mm throttle body. We're gonna do a matching 42-pound injector, mass airflow meter, and a bunch of other cool stuff. But what I'm doing first is I'm rechecking all the work that was done to it before, and I'm going through the process of getting these heads ready for installation. So one of the things that I typically do with heads, whether they're brand new or they are used heads, is just do a nice visual inspection of the cylinder head. And when you're doing that, some common things that you want to look for. This is a cast iron head, so it's nice and heavy. It's very sturdy. Some of the things you want to look for, stress cracks. You want to look at each of the individual bolt holes, and you want to make sure that the threads are good. You can, chase them down with a bolt, or if you have a tap and die kit, you can do that as well. A neat little trick that I do is I'll take, especially for the front and the rear bolts for the intake, I'll actually take some anti-seize. Seen some funny memes with this, but take some anti-seize and I'll put it right on the bolt there, and we'll actually run it down right through the head, get that down through the threads to clean it up a little bit. And if you want to take it an extra step farther, you can run a thread chaser with that too, just to make sure all the threads are good. Even with the spark plug threads as well, a little bit of anti-seize there will not hurt. And then you want to prep all of the surfaces that are going to be connecting with gaskets. So on this particular side, this is your exhaust side. You're going to have your manifold gaskets here, so it's very important that you clean that off. Depending upon what tools you have, will you be able to clean these if you're doing them at home. If you're sending them out to a machine shop, that's the ultimate best way to do it. We're not doing that in this scenario. I'm going to flip that over. We're going to inspect the bottom of the cylinder head as well. This is an extremely important area along with the top, which we'll get to in just a second. You want to make sure there's obviously no stress cracks near the coolant ports. Relatively anywhere. You want to take a look at the bottom of your ports here where your spark plugs pop out. Make sure there's no cracks there. And then also take a look at the seating of the valves as well. Make sure the valves, you don't see anything abnormal to the eye. So, and we'll get that nice and cleaned up. I started it just a little bit. And then we'll pop back to the top here. Boom. It's pretty loud. And then taking just a visual at the valve springs, without taking them out, you just want to look for anything abnormal without, taking the springs out and the valves. I'm not sure how many miles are on these heads, but everything does look relatively good with this cylinder head. So once we clean it up, we're going to get this head into the car with new head gaskets, so on and so forth. And we'll get the valve train going, So we have the crank can roller rockers that are going to go on top, and we'll adjust the entire valve train. We have new push rods and everything needed to get this bad mamma jamma set up. So pretty exciting. So I hope this little video helps someone out there who's digging in with a big project. When you're doing the top end of the motor, you can actually get some pretty decent horsepower by doing heads, cam, intake, everything on top of the motor. You can really allow your engine to breathe and shove some gas in there and get some horsepower. So, and with this particular build, we're doing a turbo, so it would be pretty interesting to see what we end up doing for horsepower. So stay tuned, guys. I'll have some more videos popping up. I've got to also put up the next part to collecting parts for my 5-lug swap. Say that 5 times fast. And that will be coming up momentarily, so hang tight. And I look forward to seeing you guys very soon. Take care.